Hey guys, so the day's pretty much come and gone. I've spent the whole day pretty much doing this one thing, which is editing the interview video that I have that's going to come up tomorrow, which will be today by the time you see this vlog. So I'll put the link in the description. It's an interview with a really talented animator by the name of James Lee, who made an animation way back in the day called Tarboy, which blew my mind when I was like 21. And now he's coming out with this animation which is called Overwatch Noir. So it's technically sort of a parody, but not really. It's like this really well-crafted standalone piece of animation based in the Overwatch world, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's been a while since I've done any sort of interviews or anything on the channel, so it's cool to do it with someone I really respect and with content that is just so polished and really nice to look at.
It's a bit violent, it's a bit kinky, cool stuff.
We had it all, every moment was painted in gold, we were made, and the world was ours.
So with that rendering now and going up tomorrow, the last things I wanted to address today are VidCon based. The first being these free tickets that I said that I would give away to 10 lucky people. Over the last couple of weeks I've gone through the different submissions of people who have sent their emails through, and I have picked 10 winners. So I'm going to share them with you right now, but let me first say that for those of you who miss out, I wish I could give free tickets to all of you, but unfortunately I can't. And I can't really explain the process through which I picked the winners. It was sort of like a gut feeling thing. Sometimes people had a particular story or a particular memory or something that really struck me, and sometimes it was just their tone, and you could tell that based on where they lived, you know, that it would be a great opportunity. But that doesn't mean that it wouldn't have been cool for you to have it, and I'm just feeling guilty now that I can't give tickets to everyone, so I'm gonna have to get past that. I'm just gonna say the names that their emails names show as, so I don't, sometimes they're just like aliases, but I'm sure you'll know who you are. I'm gonna email all these people now, by the way, so if it is you or you think it's you, just check your email. Alicat2706, Lara Martin, Marcus Gallic, Reese, spelt R-H-Y-S, Blue Ladybug, Kayla Eldasuki, Vikram Thampi, sorry if I'm mispronouncing any of these, Alyssa Morgan, Lucy Mitchell, and Ron Wong. I don't want to keep apologizing for not being able to give tickets to everyone, but my congratulations to those of you who are going to be coming to VidCon, and of course, those of you who weren't picked, I spoke to the VidCon people, and that discount is going to still be valid for a little bit longer. So once again, you can use this discount code. I'm flashing it on the screen right now. Go to the link in the description to get your ticket for 20% off. They've extended it because I asked them to out of pure guilt. So I would love to meet and see all of you at VidCon in Melbourne. So please come along if you can afford it with that discounted ticket. It should be a really cool time. I have a couple of panels as well. So those of you who are coming to VidCon, I'll put another link in the description to my panel write-up, or the things I'm sort of participating in. There's a VidCon app that you can get on your phone, and you can essentially book the panels you want to attend, and of course I would like to encourage you to book to come check out my panels. So yeah, that out of the way, for the rest of the day I have about 40 minutes left. I want to spend about 20 minutes practicing my VidCon set, which I'm not going to show you because I want it to be a surprise. And then I want to spend another 20 minutes getting my exercise for the day, which is going to be, again, on the drums, because I really miss it, and I barely got to do it yesterday, but it was a good workout, and I want to get really, really sweaty today. Oh, before I get to that, I'm going to wrap up with the question of the day, of course, from you guys. First Last says, can you make any other way to enter the challenge of the month besides Newgrounds? My mum won't let me sign up to Newgrounds because it is inappropriate. I would really like to contribute to the challenge of the month. Thanks. Unfortunately, there are very, very few places on the internet that would be able to facilitate my gathering and categorizing and filtering of all of the entries. And the more entries there are, the more difficult that becomes. I used to have to manually download every image of every entry. Now the back-end programmers of Newgrounds have built this script for me so they can gather it all for me. They have an automatic disqualification script that takes anyone who has submitted more than one time, or whatever the limit per person that month is, and puts them into a separate folder. And I do go through those sometimes, but still, it helps helps me really easily gather the beginner category, the open category, and a disqualification pool that I can check through. And unfortunately, there's nowhere else that I can do that. If you have any suggestions, I'd be interested to hear them. But beyond that, Newgrounds is also a place where I got my start and genuinely feel it's a great place to host the competition. I feel like it's got the heart of the competition and my channel. That being said, I take your point. There are parts of Newgrounds that aren't family friendly, to say the least. But there are workarounds and ways that you can make your browsing experience more safe and less bombarded by this stuff. Make sure you set your age in your profile, and of course when you go into the browsing features, there are, I think, 4 little buttons. There's like an A, an M, there are a bunch of different letters. They represent like different age-appropriate classifications. So you can cross off all of them except for the one that is appropriate for all ages. If you tick that, you'll never get anything pop up unless it's appropriate for all ages. So you can do that, and that will also filter out any advertisements that are inappropriate. There are ways that you can make your browser experience more user-friendly, more family-friendly, and let your parents know that, or let your parents maybe watch me explain this so they can help you sort of apply that. I apologize that the Newgrounds experience isn't completely squeaky clean, and I also apologize that sometimes my channel isn't completely squeaky clean. I try my best to make stuff that suits everyone, but at the same time, my channel is a reflection of myself, and I can be pretty mature, and I also came from places like Newgrounds, which, you know, have their seedy sides. That sounds really bad. Anyways, you get my point. I hope that it explains things a little bit and gives you a little bit of a context and a way to work around it. But anyways, that's it for today. I'm gonna go get some jamming on. So let's do it.
Break it down, thinking of making a new sound. Paint a different show every night in front of a new crowd. That's new now. Child seems to love is great now. See me lose focus, I seem to do that. I can't, no, I won't hush. I say the words that make you blush. I'm gonna sing this now. Believe me, just watch.
There you go. I feel like I'm adequately sweaty. Whew. Thanks for watching, guys. See you tomorrow.